Alright, and here is Generation Select's Piranacon Turtler, or Snaptrap as we knew him here in the States. Here he is all armored up with all of his pieces, the combiner feet that are folded up to form guns, his large rifle, his sword does store underneath the turtle mode. And we'll go ahead and pop all this stuff off right off the bat just to show you off his turtle mode, which is, turtle mode. It's actually a pretty decent, all things considered, that he's just a heavy retool of earlier figures. And some of the stuff they managed to get, he's still got a little shell shield and all that. Go ahead and take his sword off as well here. But yeah, so it's a little kind of it's a lamey kind of turtle, but the guns do kind of pom-pom, like manually. You can't extend them. That's mostly for the combined mode, but they do. You have to click them back and forth. He's got an opening jaw. His head can kind of look up and down. His feet do have some swivel there. There is a ball joint there, although I'm not entirely sure why. But because they really just rotate, and then stuff. Not superposable, but there he is as a turtler. Very nice coloring on him. Transforming him into a robot involves pulling off the shield here, and then bringing those up. Take the turtle head, fold it down, fold the turtle legs down, the front legs down, and fold this piece in like that. So that piece looks like that. Lift it up, rotate it around, and then pull these guns off. Now the guns are on, these pieces rotate. These come out and rotate around. And that's mostly, again, for the torso mode, and we'll get to that, although you can do some stuff with the legs as well in robot mode. So lift these blue panels up, bring the legs down, rotate them, pop this foot out. And the foot is very thin, but it does generally support him. And then fold the teal piece in. Fold the teal piece in. And bring the knees around like that. Open up this back piece and this panel, lift his head up, turn it around, and then make sure this piece folds up and tabs back into the back of the head slot there, like that. This piece folds back up, that piece stays in. This piece folds up and tabs onto the front there. And then the arms come down, and the turtle paw folds around to the back. Take the arm around. And then I'm gonna stand up here. And then the cannons plug in onto his back like this. And there is, so I can get him to stand here. There we go. There is Turtler in robot mode with his big cannons. You can give him the shield. There's a big peg right here that goes onto his hand. He can hold his sword. He can hold his large gun, which also kind of helps give him a little bit more weight in the front, because his feet definitely support him if he's leaning a little bit more forward. But once you get everything on him, he can stand okay on his feet. He's just got a ball jointed head. You heard the ratcheting shoulders in both directions, because those are going to end up being the hips. Bicep swivel, no wrist swivel, no waist swivel. Dual hinge hips, thigh swivel, hinge knees, and then the feet are on ball joints. And this is just a friction pin here. So those, if you squeeze them too hard while you're moving them around, those do tend to pop off. Now, I was mentioning these pieces that rotate around. This is his base robot mode. You can attach these to his legs, but in order to do that, you need to push this in, rotate it around, and bring that peg around to the other side of the leg, and you can attach the little turtle feet cannons or combiner feet cannons to his legs down here. You can have him hold them in his hands as weapons. You got a lot of options for how the combiner parts work. And of course, torso mode. Just bring this off. Basically take all the pieces apart here. And then put the shell off to the side. take these guns off here. And we're gonna, you can see there's this combiner mode head. Lift that up. Pull this head back around. You can transform him without turning his head around, but if you do, like, he ends up basically looking out his turtle butt or down out of his crotch, so you know. So bring the leg, what will be the legs down around like this. No, I guess you do want them to go that way. Like that. Bring the fist around, and the fist you just bring around up like that, and then fold this. The claws are designed to kind of sit there in the knee joint like that. I'll bring this down, and then bring this back up. Fold this down and around. There we go, and snap that into place like that. Bring these around to form the arm joints, and fold the feet up. Yeah, basically you're turning these back into turtle times. Getting the feet back in, you need to kind of snap them into place up there because you want them vertically, because there's a tab here that goes into the slot on the foot. So get that around, just head up, open this up, and again fold the foot all the way up and tab it in, and then fold this up, tab these pieces back together up here. That's where they were in turtle mode. And again, we've already rotated these around. If you hadn't already rotated these around, you want to do that because you want these pegs back here. Rotate this piece up, and that's going to snap up here, and then should snap into place up here, and then this should snap into place in there. There we go. Just like that. There's a little tab on this that snaps right into the back of the turtleneck. So his little turtle head and feet sit here on the back. The cannons, extend them. You can see how they slide up like that. And just attach them back here on the back of the torso. Like so. And then the chest plate opens up and plugs in right here. This peg kind of goes in here, but this small peg goes into this hole, which is what holds it in place. And there's a couple little tabs up here on the top of the chest plate that go into these square rectangular holes up here. So tab that into place up here. And there is torso mode. And like I said, these will be his feet. I went ahead, and the combiner mode sword is going to sit, I think it goes in, so I had this, yeah, it snaps in like that. So these are going to extend. That's Gulf's piece of the sword. Another piece will come with another character, and there's a couple other little weapons and pieces that are going to turn this into his giant combiner sword. But if you just want to do part of it, you can do that. And I've already got Gulf here as an arm. This is going to be the easiest way until we start getting a couple more. Once the next wave comes out, we can actually give him some feet and stand him up. But just to give you a look at how this starts to come together here, we'll go ahead and attach Gulf as an arm. And these side crests on his head flip out. And that's a pretty nice looking Piranacon. I've seen some of the pictures of them all combined in color. And I'm looking forward to having them all done. But yeah, Generations selects Turtler. He's actually standing on those feet, huh?